I'm pumped, dude. This is a new era. This is a new me. And
what are we talking about?
You. All right, ready? What is poppin'? Spotify, Apple Music, Facebook, everyone in the world.
I heard we have.
Thank you so much.
We messed up. We didn't even use our clicker.
No, yeah, you did.
We did.
I did use the clicker.
Totally missed that part.
Are we gonna?
Do you need a quick restart?
Nah, it's all right.
You know what? We're gonna
Just
keep
give it
rolling
a-
with this, but thank you so
Man, you
much
guys are rusty.
for watching the first episode of season 2 of
Moral Dilemma.
Oh, that sounded good.
Thank you.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know why I took that all as a compliment to me.
Yeah.
Was it to me?
Yeah, it was
Thank
the
you.
bass.
I've been working on my deep growl.
Yeah,
Hi,
until someone
for
listening,
one-
someone listening to the opening of the show in their car just swerved off the road.
True. But that's right. You heard it right. New year, new moral dilemmas. This is season 2, episode 1.
They probably lost a fender. Their fender shook off.
The license plate's like,
like their door just vibrated. The glass fell through it.
So I hope that kicked off
Sorry.
season 2 well for you guys.
Literally.
But we're excited. We have had some focus group meetings. We have talked about what we want to do this season. And we're just going to wing it. We're really just going to wing it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm too.
A lot of good stuff's been going on. How's your guys' 2021 been?
It's been all right.
Yeah?
It's been pretty good.
What's today? The 5th? 4th? 3rd?
It's the third.
Jeez, it's going by slow.
Yeah.
Feels like I've been here for at least 5 days.
Well,
I've had a terrible day. I went to Wendy's and they put mayonnaise on my sandwich.
They didn't put them on,
no.
though. And you paid for mine.
let me ask you this question. Up or down? Like, is 2021 going to be up or down?
I was about to say, that's a very broad question. Let me ask you guys this question real quick.
Is it gonna
Up
be,
or down?
I think I'm more of an up guy myself.
Yeah,
Like,
First you bring
you think it's going to be better, or is that just the medicine?
I think
talking?
it has to be better.
You think?
Like, so I didn't hate 2020. I mean, I know it was a bad year for a lot of people, but the introverted side of me thrived. Dan, what's up, dude?
We just had a studio audience.
We just
member
had Dan Norman
participate.
come in. He will be making an appearance.
Oh yeah, you can move
eventually,
my ketchup, man.
eventually on season 2.
Yeah, watch that packet right there. It's on the seat.
But what I was saying, 2020 for me though, as an introvert, there was a couple highlights for me. Being
Yeah.
locked inside for a while, not having to go out.
Well, think about it. You had Call of Duty Modern Warfare playing.
True, which
we're going to talk about.
we're
But
going to talk about.
Think
it.
about it. We just started Moral Dilemma on this.
True.
Yeah.
Honestly,
show
I
came
don't.
to be
I
in
don't
2020.
think. I don't think that Moral Dilemma would have started without COVID
No, it wouldn't have.
because
Yeah.
we wouldn't have had time.
I wouldn't have
Logan,
had this. We wouldn't have had this room.
I would have been at college for a little bit longer because I think we started while I was still taking classes online.
Yeah, it was like
I came
May
home
or
from Columbus.
Corey came back from Columbus. Logan was home every once in a
I was
while.
home from school.
And
Good old
this
COVID.
happened. And this, honestly, is probably the
It's
best
a
part of
myth.
2020 for me. 100%.
It's a
Oh,
myth.
100%.
See, I got a new house, so that was good.
Yeah,
is
you had a
good.
lot of cool things going
Yeah.
on. Had a new house.
Yeah.
You met me.
What else?
Me and Eric just met in 2020.
20.
I just met Corey and
Actually, yesterday in the Kroger parking lot.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kroger. Sponsor us.
he was having trouble getting in the car, so I was like moving his scooter around
Yeah.
for him.
Which,
Oh, yeah.
That's,
What
that's
is
why
that,
I
Corey?
couldn't get in the car. Actually, Logan took my scooter
Which-
from
So
me.
you actually had your surgery in 2020.
yeah.
I did.
So,
You wanna talk
December
about that?
22nd,
And they
2020.
screwed it up.
yeah.
No, they did not.
Corey
They
went in
fixed it.
for a wrist surgery and came out with a bandaged ankle and a
Hey,
scooter.
we have another moral dilemma to talk about this because I came out with random stitches.
True.
You remember?
Yeah. Corey
Wrist
told me
surgery?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell him.
Okay, so it's actually not a problem, but
It is for
Ryan
me.
thinks it is.
It's 100% a
So
problem.
part of my
It's illegal.
Part of my surgery was supposed to be that they were going to take some bone marrow out of my hip and like put it in my ankle to help grow some cartilage.
Those are so annoying.
But then
to
when they
get.
got in there, they said that they didn't have to use it. But they already took my bone marrow, and I didn't think about it until like a couple days later.
Yeah.
When I got home, or when I was at home, I was like feeling along my hip, and I was like, something itches, and I had stitches.
he
So
had
they
no
had
idea.
taken the bone marrow, but they
Yeah.
just didn't use
See,
it.
here's my theory.
Well,
I
couldn't you
I
get
think
that like in a jar?
Well, Ryan,
Bone marrow?
Yeah, have
Bone
It's
marrow is a
not that
liquid,
much.
isn't it?
So
it's
what?
it's kind of like
So
it almost
what?
looks like spongy.
So what?
I had to like
Sure, you
use-
could have it in a jar. You can put anything
But-
in a jar,
Yeah.
really, if you think about it.
But Ryan's theory was
You
they.
can say this is from my butt.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
So
It's gonna be one of those
Ryan's
shows, folks. It's gonna be one of those
Ryan's
shows.
Ryan's theory was they took one of my kidneys, and I don't
I
have a
think
kidney.
it's either your kidney or your
So
liver.
they went up through your butt and got your liver.
Well,
Okay,
it's on
Eric,
my stomach.
Where did you get butt from out of all this? He said him.
Oh, yeah. Well, hip, butt. What, the same area, right?
No, it's
I
on the
actually
front
heard
of me.
old-
It's on my lower stomach.
Dan, you can back me up on this. Old World War II veterans used bone marrow to prime their weapons before they fire.
I heard that. They
Really?
also use their own blood sometimes as kind of like a full body shield because the iron in the blood would kind of start to like make different projectiles bounce
Why
off
isn't
of it.
that an attachment for Call
And
of Duty?
Amelia Earhart never wrecked her plane either.
Yeah, actually, Amelia, come on out. What's up, girl? How you fine?
Is that like the tampon thing in Army of Two where you could use the tampon?
Wait, what?
That came out of nowhere.
I don't know
Well, I'm
what's
just
going on
thinking
right now.
in that game, you could use, if you were bleeding, you would
Oh,
use a
yeah, yeah.
tampon.
Oh, really?
to stop the
Oh
bleeding.
yeah.
I never got to play
People,
that game. I
people
was too
use that
young.
in the
good.
hospital
It's
for
good.
nosebleeds.
See, I had a
even,
reason
all
for
the
sharing.
time.
Ryan, why are you so Your like major life injury was when you cut yourself with a pocket knife and use a diaper to stop.
Yeah.
Hey, I used a diaper on my kid's forehead when he
Really?
cut his head open.
Dude, they're absorbent.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
absorbent as heck.
I mean, you
That's
don't
what
have
they're
anything
for.
else. You got to
Yeah.
do something.
No, I
Unless
cut.
you buy Dollar General name brand or like
Yeah.
generic, then
Yeah.
they're not very good.
Well, that's what I'm wearing right now. I mean, it's on fine. I've peed my pants like 3 times since we've started, and I'm not feeling any drips. You guys?
I am. If it had the capability to leap across to a different chair.
Dude, don't underestimate my pee.
But
Well, speaking of pee,
We-
we're
We'll have Isabella quote that on our Facebook.
oh man,
Yeah. She's going to love the part about the tampons. Go back to your
Season
surgery.
yeah. So
Yeah.
moral of the surgery. Moral of the surgery. I had a surgery that didn't go super well a couple years ago, and they found out there was some stuff wrong, so they went in and fixed it. So far, I'm feeling good.
They left a few tools inside your ankle.
They
when
did
were
not
doing
do
surgery.
that, but they said stuff
did.
was some loose in there, so
Ooh.
so they had to tighten
Loosey-goosey?
her all back up.
Because you already have like some bolts and nuts in you, right?
Yeah,
We all do.
I do.
Don't we
I do
all?
actually.
You have some hardware.
That is true.
We all got some nuts and bolts in us.
I have 6 screws.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Only 6?
No, only 6 screws.
I got 8, dude.
All right.
All right.
He also has a screw loose.
But
Not anymore. They tightened it.
but
don't
Corey,
look at me in life. I'm not going to follow up.
how are you feeling ankle wise?
support.
Oh, the ankle feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a flashy scooter.
When can
do
you,
have a
when
flashy
can you
scooter.
start walking on it?
So right now
start
the
now,
estimate it was 4 to 6 weeks after surgery. It's been 2 weeks. I have my first surgical follow up with the orthopedic surgeon tomorrow. Actually.
Hopefully, they don't take another organ.
So, yeah, I know.
That
I,
sucks.
I can't function without my other kidney.
Yeah,
so.
they're making bank off you though. I bet
Yeah,
they're
I
selling
know.
it.
They probably sold it for about 30 grand.
So
on
that's
black
your
market.
theory, is that they just took some
No,
of
I
his
think for
organs?
sure while they were in there, they probably took. I mean, Corey told me the other day that if your liver's damaged, it can grow back.
That's true.
And I think they took some of his liver, sold
just a
it to
portion of
a
it.
witch
Yeah,
doctor.
the fun fact: the liver is the only organ in the body that can grow back. It can regenerate itself.
Can you still
Don't
take
know he's a
you still
really
take
bad
deep
diabetic,
breaths?
and they probably shouldn't take anything from me.
So
No, that's why they want
so
it
with-
for certain rituals.
So with people that need a liver transplant, if they can find a living donor for a liver, they can take part of the person that has a healthy liver. They can take part of their liver, put it in the person that has like a dying liver, and it will grow into a healthy
That's
liver.
awesome.
And the other
That's
person,
fascinating.
in less than a year, the other person will completely heal back to normal.
Isn't the liver too something you can't live without? Like it's
Yeah,
like one of
well,
things
the
you
liver,
have to have. Like
the
you
liver,
live with
the
one
liver
life.
and your kidneys are both like play a major part in like getting the, they
like
kind of like
toxin
clean
stuff,
your
right?
blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like clean your blood.
It's like
So
Clorox.
without your
That's a
without
myth.
your liver, you got a major problem.
Livers and coronavirus are
Yeah. See, my stance on that is that I don't know if the liver even exists. I think it might be a conspiracy.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Oh,
Man.
brother.
Yeah. Kind of like
Oh,
flat
man.
Earth. which
That's not a conspiracy. That's a fact.
it's a fact.
Yeah,
the
don't
Earth
get me
is
started
the
on
Earth
that.
is 100% flat.
You're really getting into some moral dilemmas
This
here,
was
guys.
this was supposed to be a
Yeah,
5-minute
this-
intro about
yeah.
my ankle, and we've talked for like
Yeah, we
20
were
minutes
all over the
about.
place.
Hey, this
The
is
most random
this is
stuff.
what I wanted.
This
out
is
of the
season 2.
2. I like the free form, but we are going to go into our topic that we want to talk
We
about.
don't have to. We could just talk about random stuff. all
True.
day.
I'm sure we're going to rabbit trail, and I say we embrace it.
Every
Where-
season we should have a
wherever-
dumpster episode where we just talk.
Yeah.
About water.
Dumpster
So
I like that idea.
We could call it dumpster diving. You know,
Download.
Goes
dumpster
back to
download.
where- It goes back on the same trip where we had this idea. We dumpster dive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We still haven't got
that's
those tools.
true. No, I had to throw them out. Remember? Oh no, I talked to you about that because it wasn't actually
forgot.
fixable.
Oh.
I thought
Yeah,
it
it
was
was-
fixable, and I fixed one of them, but
That's
then
sad.
the other two had me.
Didn't we get something else from that dumpster though?
I'm depressed. No, I don't think so.
Hepatitis.
Not that bad.
Yeah, it was hepatitis.
Yeah.
Shoot.
But anyway,
You know what
season
I was playing
2
right before this podcast?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
But yeah, well, I'm going to explain season 2 real quick. What we're
Okay.
kind of thinking. Who knows? After this episode, we might change our mind, but we're going to see how it goes. But
think we
season
probably
2,
will.
as you know, most of our episodes have been like 2 or 3 topics, and then we do a Bible verse thing. We're gonna try to focus. We're gonna aim to have like 10 episodes for season 2. We're gonna try to focus on having one main topic per episode. And today's topic is Call of Duty. Some people might hate Call of Duty, but I'll tell you what, you're gonna love this episode.
Don't give up on us.
Don't give up, because this
Great
is
time to
gonna
go back
be.
to season 1.
You're gonna
We'll
learn
of
some
those.
stuff. You're gonna learn some stuff about us, because we all love Call of Duty. And we're also gonna, in every episode, we're really gonna hone in on the name of our podcast, Moral Dilemma.
Am I the only one that probably owns every single Call of Duty?
Yeah,
Probably.
Because you guys play
we
it,
don't.
get rid of it.
First one's 2003,
No,
right?
I have all of the one. The only ones I don't have are like the ones from Wii, but I don't sell.
Yeah,
I don't
I
sell
don't have
my
the
games.
crappy ones.
Yeah.
Like declassified
Yeah.
from
Well,
for PS
what's the
Vita.
oldest one you have?
Oh, it's the Call of Duty Red One or Call
Oh
of Duty.
shoot, that's like PS2.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the first Call of Duty actually was a PC game. It
Yeah.
didn't come out on console.
They played it
at
on The
all.
Office. Remember that?
No,
That
I
arc?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
At
it's
Stanford.
I
when
feel
Jim
bad.
goes over.
Season 3. Thank you, Dan. Season 3. Yeah, Logan. What's the first COD?
The first COD is just Call of Duty
Call of Duty. Yeah, that's right.
in 2003.
2003.
And you're talking about Call of Duty 2 Big Red.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
Kind
was,
of like the gum.
yeah.
So Eric, you have all the Call of Duty since then.
I have Call of Duty Finest Hour. I have pretty much
Jeez.
all of them. Call of Duty 2.
That's
I have,
impressive.
I have all of them.
Good for you.
How much were
Except
they when
the
they
ones
in,
that are really bad?
in
that came out,
2003,
like, with the Wii.
How much was the new
Understand.
Call of Duty game?
It was like
Was it 60?
$40.
Oh, really?
Like I'd say 49.
Mm-hmm.
And then they increased it with a PS4. They increased it $10 for
Yeah.
games.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have all these, someone could do the quick math. Whatever.
There's
much
17. Logan.
now,
There's 17.
Yeah, minus 2 if you count Cold War, and then you subtract the one on PC.
So what,
and
what's 17
Well,
times?
So it'd be 15
55. We'll take the middle.
15 times 55.
Take the middle ground
Do a
there.
little quick math.
Oh,
I'm
so
just
you-
gonna
you-
do my
yeah,
When
calculator.
he pulls
just
up the
for fun.
clock app.
Let's do some math. Pulls out his
So you
analog
can say
clock.
that Eric has spent $825 on Call of Duty.
No, that's actually not true, because I know Eric's getting deals.
Yeah, that's what I'm
somehow.
saying. I didn't get all these at the retail price.
But
I would say it's probably closer to like 500.
Yeah, I'd say
550.
probably spent
like
500.
Ghost, I didn't get right away, and even the newest
Cold War.
one, I didn't. I waited till there was a
Yeah.
sale
Well, also,
on it.
Eric, it would have been cool to see where the console switch was and the platform switch was, and then factor in how much you spent on the new console to play the newer games.
Yeah.
True.
And you haven't got the PS5 yet, so
No, I'm
you're
gonna
tacking
wait.
on another $500. But you can still play Cold War, so technically it doesn't matter.
Man. All right. Well,
Yeah, so you just surrendered your point.
I had to say it out loud.
yeah. Well, I'm going to kick this off with some facts about Call of Duty.
Okay.
Because I did some research. I've always kind of wondered this, and I've always kind of assumed, but there are some things on here that kind of blew my mind. But the first thing I looked up, we're going to talk about our favorite Call of Duties, and I looked up just the best-selling Call of Duties to see like what was the best-selling, what people like the most. And what do you guys think is the number one best-selling Call of Duty at all time?
Best selling.
Selling
Best-selling.
Modern
like,
Warfare
like
3.
Like the Call of Duty that has sold the most.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
3.
Okay.
I think
it's 3?
I think it's 2.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the newest Modern Warfare.
Ding, ding, ding.
That doesn't surprise me though.
Because the new Modern Warfare has sold 32 million copies.
And then I would say that part of that is with the release of Warzone, and then with the loadout drops. If you're in game, you can level up the guns in multiplayer, and then your loadout drops are better.
No, I think it was genius what they did with that.
I think that made people try, and more people buy the game just because you can get Warzone alone for free. But you can't load up. You can't like make a loadout.
Yeah.
Well, I think that wouldn't have been possible without Modern Warfare 2 and 3 being the games before that.
Yeah, but
because it's
I think
technically
Modern
a
Warfare
remastered.
Well,
almost.
because what came out right before Modern Warfare? What was the game right before that?
That was
Roads to Victory.
Was it World War II?
the game just before that.
Oh,
was
Black Ops 4.
Black
Black
Ops
Ops
4.
4.
Black
you're talking
Ops
about the new
4.
one. I
It was
see.
Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4 didn't do very well.
Black
at all.
Ops 4. So on my list, I got this from Forbes actually, so I know it's legit. Black Ops 4 isn't even listed on the top 10 best-selling
It's
ones.
not. It's towards the
Which
bottom.
means that Call of Duty, what they did with the new Modern Warfare, really turned things around for them.
I agree.
Because I think
with
it was
that
dying.
wholeheartedly. I think
Even when you compare it with the new one, Black Ops, I think it makes me appreciate
Really, what they did with Modern Warfare? Yeah. Because, I mean, Modern Warfare came around the same, because obviously Fortnite blew up.
Yeah.
The whole Battle Royale thing blew up. And Modern Warfare came out, and I don't know how well it sold at first, but I know when Warzone came out, their version of Battle Royale, that's when things took off. Everyone was
Black
playing
Ops
it.
4 butchered the Battle Royale.
Yeah, well, that's true. Black Ops 4 had it.
There's a lot of people that like that, prefer that on the PC. They still play.
yeah,
I've heard that.
Black
I
Ops
actually read that.
Yeah.
I was looking at that.
But yeah, I think Warzone really opened the area, the new Warzone.
I would say that Call of Duty was really kind of on a downward spiral for the last couple games.
I agree.
Prior
Oh
to,
yeah, well, Infinity War
yeah.
I thought made it take a notice.
Yeah.
Of that.
I
I didn't even like Ghost. I mean,
I
I know
didn't-
you
yeah.
did, but
Ghost.
I didn't like it.
I was okay with Ghost, but I hated Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
I could not.
Oh really? I got
like,
into that one.
well-
that was the cross between the PS3 and the.
Yeah,
I thought the
PS4.
exosuits were cool with the customization
I
of
thought
them.
the single player was really good. If you ever played the single player.
Man, I
campaign.
could not speak to
I
single players. I kind of play them
And you
passively.
had Kevin Spacey, which we.
Yeah, that was cool. I
Yeah.
remember that.
We could talk about Moral Dilemma with him, but anyhow.
Oh no!
But my thing with that was I felt like they were trying to do too much because like they were really good about like in the older games they were working through like kind of like chronologically, like the World War II game was like, you know, guns were specific to the time and whatever.
Yeah.
But then you get to Advanced Warfare and it was like I felt like they tried to add so much stuff and make it super futuristic, but like it really wasn't supposed to be that far into the future at the same time. I just thought too much.
Well,
was
to your
going on.
point, I think that's why I think a lot of people liked what they did with Modern Warfare, the first Modern Warfare, right?
Yeah.
It'd be 4, Call of Duty 4,
Yeah.
right?
That was
I
my
think that was the
introduction,
breakout
actually.
of this whole kill streak. You can get these, different things to happen if you get so many kills in a row. That whole idea transpired to that game. So I think that people don't, at least for me, I like some of the futuristic stuff like they did in Black Ops in some ways, but I really like the more real type of scenario type things.
And even in those games, there were situations where they used the more advanced technology, but it's like legit technology.
Exactly. Exactly.
So like whenever you're doing like a spec ops mission or something in the campaign, like you have stuff like night vision and stuff that people don't usually like get to be super acquainted with. You get to see
Well,
all
I can't
that.
even remember. Do you guys remember the in Call of Duty 4
Yeah.
where you were in the plane and you were shooting down?
Yeah.
that was so awesome.
That was
It was
cool.
like just
Yeah.
groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Because it was so amazing because you could switch your
The kind of
utility.
gun, yeah.
Yeah.
Your
See, I think that
artillery.
something that Modern Warfare really banked on was, so if we look here, Black Ops 3 sold really well. It's
actually a pretty good game.
Black Ops 3 is the 6th best-selling COD of all time. And how many are there? 18?
Well, how does that
17.
factor in? Because that was a PlayStation free game too.
True,
I
yeah.
wonder how that factors.
See,
in.
this is on selling, so I think
PlayStation.
it's copies bought.
A lot of times in the PlayStation store, at least in this PlayStation Store, it counts as a buy.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Because whenever you go to, you actually have to click on purchase. It
You
goes
still
in
get
as
an
you
email.
get an email as a purchase transaction. It just says it was 0. So I think that actually factors in.
But
I'm sure that helps.
if we look at the order of things, we have Black Ops 3, and this is what I think is interesting. Black Ops 3 was actually, let's go back one. Advanced Warfare. That was the first futuristic one that they did. There were the mech suits and stuff. Black Ops 3, same thing. Mech suits, it's in the future. The next one, Infinite Warfare, way in the future. You're battling in space.
I think it just was like a detachment. From
I
a lot
think
of-
that when Infinite Warfare hit, that's when people started losing interest real hard because people are sick
Yeah,
of
I
the
really didn't
because
like that
actually
either.
this is a fact it might still be the most disliked video on YouTube for a long time was the Infinite Warfare release trailer because people were so ticked because everyone was wanting boots on the ground, which is also interesting because after Infinite Warfare was World War II, which sold very poorly.
Oh,
which
really?
surprises me, but
Actually, that game is just. I think it's good.
you like it?
I mean, I think did you play much
See,
of the multiplayer?
I really
stuff?
liked it, but I think they did a really bad job of keeping it fresh for people.
Yeah,
because
probably, maybe so.
Because
but
this is kind of before all the DLC stuff was coming out. I mean, it had DLC. It also had zombies, and people did not like the zombies at all, and that's a big selling point for people. But after World War II, I think, and actually after World War II is Black Ops 4, which is another futuristic one people were ticked about. So I think they kind of realized that people want boots on the ground. People are banking on their memories, on things like that. And
Well, I think
that's
they
when
went
Modern
back-
Warfare came out.
I think they went back to the roots too. And
Absolutely. And
I think
I
one of the
that's
biggest
why-
changes that they made too was a lot of the times the kill streaks would take over the game. And one of the things that they changed with this new Modern Warfare
Yeah, Cold War.
was
Okay,
Modern
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare, sorry. What they changed there was the kill streaks that you'd lose it in the sense that I couldn't have like if it used to be like you could lay a claymore and then you could still kill somebody and that would count to your next kill streak if
Yeah,
you died. Well, they ended that.
Yeah.
And actually ended that your grenade, if you die, your grenade just wipes out. It disappears.
It doesn't
which
go
I
off.
think that's interesting
Yeah.
because in the old one, if you go back and play it, you can throw a grenade and you're
Yeah.
dead. And it
Well,
still
there
goes
was a
off and it
perk
kills
called
people.
I think it was called Afterlife. It was a perk in the game where when you died, you dropped your body dropped their grenades and killed people, and people
Yeah.
hated that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And you had last man
Well,
standing.
and
type
the thing is, though, now they're kind of incorporating it back in, though, because Cold War, if you lay a bouncing Betty down, it stays.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I've gotten kills multiple times.
I didn't know that.
Um,
I'll have to get a
it's
bouncing
like
Betty.
it'll go off.
Yeah.
It'll go off after, like, I'll get killed, and then
Yeah.
like a minute later, I'll have forgotten about it
Yeah, that's what I'm
entirely,
saying.
and it'll go off, and I'll get a kill, and I'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's
On Call of Duty 4, you could actually lay down stuff, and even if you died, it'd still be there
Yeah.
until it went off.
Yeah.
Or somebody-
But I think Modern Warfare did so well because not only did the Battle Royale stuff really boost it, I think it did a really, really good job of taking stuff from, because even though it didn't sell as well as I thought, because Modern Warfare 2 is the 7th best-selling COD of all time, which I thought was going to be a lot higher. But a lot of places I've looked up, fan polls, that's their favorite game of all time. This Modern Warfare kind of took that vibe of the Modern Warfare games.
But they
of course,
also-
we have to take into fact, too, that I think more people have consoles now than probably
I
back
agree.
then.
True, yeah, absolutely.
And I would say that was back. I would say Modern Warfare 2 is probably when console gaming started to pick up.
Well,
I would say that a lot of people.
that's also when just Call of Duty in general picked up.
Yeah.
And it's also interesting because Modern Warfare 2 was when the Call of Duty Pro League started picking up too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And people that was kind of like the first game that got a lot of people into like pro gaming. And Modern Warfare 2 was like known to kind of be that groundbreaking thing for Call of Duty to make it into tournaments and stuff like that.
I think the new Modern Warfare 2 did a good job pulling old things that people loved back into the game. Like even the maps. Like Modern Warfare 2 was Rust.
Yeah.
Like everyone loved Rust, and they were like, okay, we're gonna remaster this entire map and put it back in this game, and people loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
Well, I do
so
have a
many
little
people
pet
loved it.
peeve when it comes to Nuketown, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hard.
okay.
Like, come on.
Actually, this will be fun. What are your guys' favorite COD maps?
Favorite shipment.
I'm not surprised. I'm not
I
surprised.
just like to go in there and just kill everybody.
Yeah.
Just keep getting
Shoot house
I got
24/7.
these challenges to do. Oh, okay, I'll play shipment and just get it all done.
All right, so if
So-
you see a gamer tag a preacher man with a rocket launcher, you know that's Eric coming
So
for
people
ya.
that don't know, Shipment is the smallest map in Call of Duty history.
Yeah.
And it's
a little
literally
box.
It's literally a box pretty much of shipment containers that they shove 16 players inside to fight, and it's chaos, and Eric thrives on
Okay,
that.
so I had no idea that was like that, and when I first started playing and I got on that and I died every 2 seconds, I'm like, what is going on?
Oh,
I was
just had
so
to find a corner
confused.
and
And
just
you-
move
well,
people down. That's all you had to do.
And then when I lasted more than 2 seconds, I'm running like I bet this thing is like an inch by an inch square.
You know what? You don't even have to.
No wonder
you don't
I'm
even have to
dying.
really aim. You just point at
Oh,
something.
yeah, for sure.
And you just shoot. And at some point, there's going to be a respawn. And
well,
there's respawn
and
every
here's
time.
the thing. The worst part about that is,
pre-firing.
Yeah, pre-fire. Yeah.
the worst part about that is like usually in a map that small, you would think that you wouldn't be able to spawn trap, but you can spawn trap in that map too.
for
So
sure.
like you can back just far enough away that like they're still spawning in one corner,
Not that
and if
I've
your
done that.
whole team lines up the right way,
you just
you
sit
can
there the
just
whole
mow
game.
them down. Yeah, it's
Actually,
so bad.
To be honest with you, I think Crash is one of my favorites.
Okay, that's a good one.
A lot of
It's actually a good map.
no,
Are you joking?
a lot of
Oh,
people.
I like Crash.
I hate Crash.
Okay,
really?
but
I'll tell you what, I've
Why do you
really
not like that? That's good.
like-
You got sniper points. You got
no.
Crash is a great map.
I don't like Crash. I don't like Crash because of the. I don't like maps that focus one area on it. I think a good map is a map where you can feel like anywhere could be a potential fighting area. But that main tower in Crash, it's just where everybody
Well, it depends
goes.
what game mode
you're thinking
in.
of Rust.
No, I'm not. I'm not thinking of
No,
Rust.
you're
I'm
you're
thinking
thinking-
about
he's
on
thinking
top
of
of the
Crash.
restaurant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
You're
thinking of the
thinking-
restaurant building.
But you
Okay.
have to
But
also
I really
understand.
have enjoyed the new Raid map. that
Yeah,
is on the
Raid
new
is a
map.
great map.
I can't really remember. That was kind of a. Wasn't expecting that question,
That's a
so I wasn't
remake
really
too, right?
think about it. But
Black Ops
I
2.
really like
Yeah.
Raid, and that also follows my point of anywhere in Raid could be a potential fight. Like,
sure.
There's so many places in Crash where it's just a dead zone, like back in the back fields and like the far left hand right.
you don't have people sniping back there. in
It's
the
just
field?
it's just like
Yeah.
the main fight
I
is
know what
right
you're
by the
saying.
helicopter and right by that hotel. I just feel like that's annoying to me because then it just becomes this sit and camp when you get in there, and it's especially on Search and Destroy.
Well, but I understand on Search and Destroy, but you also have to take into account like game modes. Because if you're talking
Yeah.
like domination,
I don't
there's
play
one
Search
in
and
the
Destroy.
there's domination in the
Well,
like there's
domination
this-
forces you, but
Yeah.
I think a good map. I just think team deathmatch with a good map
Yeah.
because it's just that's the stereotype for a game mode. So
Yeah.
I personally don't like Crash, honestly, and I do not like the new naval one on the new COD. That's also it's
Armada.
Not, I don't like that
Yeah,
one
that
either.
map sucks.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
What's the name of the starts with a P and called it Modern Warfare?
Piccadilly?
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, Piccadilly.
Oh
is
yeah,
awful.
man,
That's the
you're
worst.
preaching to the choir.
That's the
Everybody,
worst Call of Duty
You
map,
Literally,
I think.
You ever watch the player dropout on that? Like if you join a game
Yeah.
to see how many times you get refreshed with people.
See, what's interesting is that if you look at the most popular Call of Duty maps, like Raid, one of my favorites, Terminal was good.
Terminal was good.
I really like Nuketown, honestly. That's
I
always a
do
good
too.
one.
You really do?
I also
I'm just
really
so
like.
tired of it.
Yeah,
It's like on every
but
single.
No, it's like their
other
crown
Call of
jewel. It's
Duty.
like their crown jewel. It's
But
just like something they can remake and do
if-
whatever they want. It's always exciting.
if you look at the fan favorite Call of Duty maps like that, there's usually 3 lanes. There's like that middle lane where a lot of the action goes on, and then there's 2 lanes beside it that a lot of people fight on too. And those are always the most popular. Like Raid's a perfect example of that because you have the 2 sides. Where the like A flag and the C flag are, and then you have that center in the middle, B. And anytime they decide to make a map with that formula, it's just so much fun. And it like Piccadilly, for instance, kind of had that, but the map was just so chaotic in the middle, and it kind of was a circle if you think
Yeah.
about it. That a lot
again,
of people.
Piccadilly had that one zone. Like everyone went to that one like upper room,
Yeah.
like the shoe store.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Oh,
when
yeah,
there's
that was
one,
bad.
when anytime there's a map where something's focused, like the whole goal of the team deathmatch is to like get in there and hold the ground. I instantly hate the map because it's just frustrating. Because then it just sits into this like, kill all their claymores that are in there first, then you got to find them, then you get up to the top, and then it's just this constant that's where all the fighting is.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I like to
So-
spread out like 3 lanes that you're talking about.
I actually found a voted list of the top 11, which is a random number.
Just read them off real
Call
fast.
Call of Duty maps. So number 11, Summit from Black Ops.
Oh,
they
that's
remastered
such
that.
a good
That's a
map.
great map.
I like that.
That's another
Okay.
3-lane thing.
The original Nuketown is number 10. So I feel
That's a
like
good
that's
map.
a good.
I
I
love
think
it.
it's a good map. It has been kind of overdone. I understand Eric's
that's
point on
my
that.
point. It's not that it's a bad map.
Yeah,
It's just
but
that's
I
not,
just,
This is-
I
think
just
it's
get
ever
excited
done.
every
Like,
COD. I'm excited to see how they
can't-
do it.
how they do it, it's the same.
Well,
it's
they-
just colored different.
Yeah.
Well, they do like
Same house,
the
same
Christmas
building.
stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They do. That's always like the staple map that they customize. Anyway,
Good.
Okay, number 9. I actually don't know this one, but it says it was remastered in the Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, but it was called Carentan, which was in the original Call of Duty.
Let me see how it's.
It's like Carentan.
Oh, yeah. I
but
know what that
it's-
map is.
But it said it was remade as Chinatown in
Yeah.
Modern
Yes.
Warfare.
Chinatown.
That's a
Okay.
good map.
Yeah.
I
I
like
like
that.
Chinatown.
Yeah, Overgrown in Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4. I love that map.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Overgrown
that
was
was
a good,
pretty good.
That was a good map. That's
I
number.
remember playing that one a lot with Braxton.
Yeah. Shout out
that's number-
Braxton.
Yeah. Do you remember he spelled his name out with
Yeah,
letters?
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that
It
was.
like
I used to think he had
1-3.
he had like the best gamer tag
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
in the day. Shout out to Braxton Harder, sponsor us.
Yeah, sponsors Braxton. Don't know where you are.
Number
It works in
7.
Columbus.
Yeah, number
Oh,
7.
What's his social security number?
might as well keep going.
Number 7 is Havana from Black Ops.
Really?
Yeah. We're having some trouble. with that.
Thinking the same thing.
If I remember from his medical records, I think it's 233,
Yeah.
57,
I just
something else.
From his medical records.
Well, you had the medical form that you had to fill out for retreats and stuff.
I probably still have those in archive.
Yeah, you guys are gonna get fired.
Okay, so an
What's the rest,
ad,
Corey?
an ad popped up and really just messed me up.
classic.
So let me
Next episode,
refresh.
stay tuned for the.
Let me refresh really quick
I'm at
and
the
see
edge
if
of
I
my
can
seat.
figure something out.
What's that noise?
That was Dan kicking something.
Dan, are you kidding me right now? You want to fight?
Okay,
think it was a
okay.
catch
Here we
up.
go. Here we
I
go.
warned him.
Number 6 is Terminal.
Okay, that's a really good map.
That's okay.
Yeah. Number 5 is Raid.
Raid,
That's number 5.
fantastic. Absolute.
Let us all guess number one
absolute
before you get
smash
there.
of a
Okay.
map.
Number 4 is actually Crash. So Logan.
Aha!
I like Crash.
Yeah, I
A lot
like
of people
Crash
do.
as well. Logan, it's okay.
Shipment's next. Shipment's next.
No. Number 3 is Firing Range.
That
Oh, yeah, that's an excellent one.
see, that's
Yeah.
another good example
It's
of the
the
lanes.
perfect three
I
lane.
didn't realize that was
Yeah.
on. I was playing Black Ops 4 last night on
Yeah, it's on there.
PC, and I was playing that, and I was like,
It's
oh,
on.
What's it called? It's called something else. It's like a movie set thing.
is it?
Yeah, but it's the
But it's the
same
same
map. It's
map.
just like new
Yeah,
skin.
it's
I was like, oh, this
it's
is-
in Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, Call of Duty Online, and Call of Duty Mobile. In case there's any mobile gamers.
Call of Duty Mobile.
It's actually not that bad.
Number 2 is High Rise from Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's
Okay,
take
you want
number
to take
one.
a guess at
Yeah.
the first one? I don't think anyone's going to get it except maybe Eric.
It's probably. You didn't say Rust.
It's not Rust, actually.
Really?
Really?
It's not.
Can you tell us which COD it's from?
It's from Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
It's definitely
I
not
can't
Shipment.
remember. I can't remember names, but was it on the ship?
No, it's not.
Wait, don't say it.
Ah, man.
I can't look up
I'm
stuff.
not. I'm just.
Yeah, you
I
cheated.
can't forget. I know.
I'm trying to remember from memory.
I don't know.
Okay.
Wait,
It
one
is-
sec. I know which one I want to say, but I can't remember what it's called.
You know, really, for that being the first one that was like major, there was a lot of good maps on that.
Is
And-
it vacant?
No, it's Strike, but I think it is vacant. I think isn't
No,
that the
Strike's
same map?
different.
Strike's different.
Strike is.
Strike was voted number 1 from.
Have they brought that
Oh.
one back?
You know why Strike's so big? Because that was like the ultimate quick scope map.
Yeah,
that was a very
that's right,
long
you're
range
right.
map, and that in that Call of Duty, that's when people start quick scoping. That
And-
makes sense.
Yeah.
The thing that I found really interesting about this list is there were a lot of Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4 maps on here. And I think that's cool because a lot of people, we were talking earlier, rank Modern Warfare 2 as like their favorite game. But this is actually my favorite game because it's the first game I actually got into Call of Duty.
What is
Modern Warfare 4, or Modern Warfare.
2020?
No, Call of
the
Duty,
original.
the
Oh, okay.
original one.
The one that started.
That was the one where I played on Wii and I
Do you guys
want to
know what I think It might be my favorite Call of Duty map I've played.
Well, if we're doing this, why don't we just go
for a
around
long
and do
time.
best or favorite COD?
Best
game?
and worst.
Well, no, my favorite map.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking
yeah,
about.
go ahead.
I think that the Pines that just came out in Cold War, the one in the mall, I think that is an incredible map.
It's good.
It's a good
I
map.
love that map so much.
It makes me think of
Too big.
the one that wasn't really inside a mall too much, but it was outside the building.
I think you're.
But I can't remember what it was called.
Are you thinking a terminal?
No. There's a mall though.
It's kind of like a mall. I mean, there is like a shopping inside.
Okay.
But it's like you go outside more
Okay.
around the building.
What if they made a map that was
I'll
like
have to
the
look that
exact
up.
replica of just a Walmart?
Superstore.
See, I have a
Super-
hard time remembering names. of the maps.
What kind of Walmart are you going to, Corey?
It's
like
basically like
Sam's.
Lowe's.
That's like Sam's.
That's like
Sam's.
a-
Walmart Superstore.
Yeah.
Let's
like
go.
Home Depot.
No, the building was
I think it's
blue.
on Black Ops 2. I think
Yeah.
that I'm talking about.
I'm not
Yeah.
super familiar with that one.
I think the thing you said about Pines, the cool thing about the Pines is it's so detailed.
Yeah.
Like
It
it's
is.
it's a beautiful map to look at.
Yeah.
I do think it's a little big depending on what game mode you're in.
There's just
I
another.
understand
It's
what you
just
say.
another map
See,
with hot
I mean,
zones.
It's big, but there's always action. It's not like too
When's
big.
the last time you've had a firefight down in the arcade room?
Every single time I played Domination.
Okay, well, Domination's the exception because you have
Yeah,
to
but
go to
most
the
Call of
points.
Duty maps are modeled after
I'm talking
Domination.
about like team deathmatch. There's a focal point that everyone tries to grab, and it's those above the escalators.
Well, I think that's the hard part is that each map does play to certain game
Yeah.
types.
Yeah.
Like when we were playing last, what was it, 2 nights ago?
Yeah.
Those smaller maps, I was like, wow, these
Yeah.
are actually pretty cool.
Was
Oh,
it-
the 3v3
yeah,
face-off
the three,
maps.
I
Yeah,
want
those
to
are
play
awesome.
that again. That was
Yeah.
actually really good. That's a newer mode, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I haven't seen that around.
Ryan
Yeah.
and I have been playing a ton of gunfight, and
Yeah.
like
It's on the same
yeah,
maps
it's on the
too.
same
Oh,
maps,
okay.
but like you don't
Game
get to
show?
see those maps.
Game show's
show's
cool.
a good map.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that
That's
was
fun.
cool.
And then that one in Russia, what's it called?
It's not Moscow. No,
Watch your language, boy.
there's Moscow's the big one, and then it's
Oh,
the Kremlin.
Putin's
maybe, or
bathroom.
It's Kremlin, I think. Isn't it Kremlin? Something like
it's
that.
a great film. Gremlins.
No. Dan knew what I was talking about. Dan was following me. He's
Going
nodding.
back to your Pines.
Putin's
it reminds me
laboratory.
of Stranger Things Mall.
That's
Yeah.
why I think I,
said
like
that.
it. See,
said
I
that.
think
The
I like it
soundtrack
because
of
it's
Call of Duty, the new
vibey.
COD Cold
It's
War
80s.
soundtrack just screams the soundtrack of Stranger Things to me.
Yeah.
I said that as soon as I booted it up. Like this,
So I take it you guys don't really play the campaign at all on these games.
I have.
I've played the last few.
I do, but I haven't played Cold War.
See, I
See, I'm just such a sucker for multiplayer that like as
Same.
soon as it log in, it's just multiplayer, and then anything playing the campaign is just kind of like I just kind of want to play multiplayer.
I just don't have the time anymore to play the single. Like I've started the single player for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but it takes me a while to get through it.
Yeah.
Like just
I love the
'cause I don't have as
campaign.
much.
And another thing that
But I
gets
like
me is that
campaigns.
like I'm so behind on the story that every time I play, I just feel like I'm
Well,
ruining
most
it
of them
because
are-
like there's so many little Easter eggs and hints that I'm just missing out on.
But still, I think they're pretty standalone.
Yeah.
Like I know the whole
it's
like
separate stories.
storyline behind like the woods, the whole woods line and stuff like that. I understand all that, but like the main like I don't know. I just feel
Yeah,
like
Call
I
of
wish
Duty
I
does
need to watch
have-
a recap for everything.
Like
They need to make a movie. Wouldn't that be cool?
The Black Ops campaigns specifically are the campaigns are super hard to follow because they connect with each other and
Yeah,
there's
that's
like
what I'm trying to get to.
conspiracies and flashbacks.
zombies.
And,
Well, I
too.
think the best one was going back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4.
Yeah.
Or
The fourth game.
the
The
fourth
fourth
game.
you
Call
think
of
that was
Duty.
the best campaign?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Black Ops 1 hands down was the best campaign.
Have you played that one? Though?
Hands
Oh,
down.
yeah.
No,
The
I mean.
Python-
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You
The
played
Python
Yeah.
hole.
Yeah.
You go down the suit like the underground with the Python.
Yeah.
That was
The only
such
Call
a
of Duty
sick-
campaigns I haven't played, I didn't play Infinite Warfare's campaign, and I haven't played Cold War's campaign.
I think
But
you need
I'd
to
say
give the-
Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 campaigns. Black Ops 1 was just so cool because
How
it's
about
Cold
that
War.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4 campaign?
It was good. Or
No,
Black
it
Ops
didn't
4.
have one.
Oh, I didn't play that one. I didn't play that one.
It didn't have one.
Yeah, true.
I
Which-
think that was part of the problem that it didn't do very well because
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
didn't have a single player
I think you
campaign.
should
It was
give
the
the
first one.
futuristic campaigns a shot because I think that the COD campaigns are boring sometimes to me because it's just run and gun the whole time. There's no like some campaigns that like there's like different things you can do like the way
Well,
your character
Infinity
But I think
War
that the futuristic games, I think those are cool because you actually have those different like jetpack abilities and stuff like that make the campaign feel more
Yeah.
interactive and more like a standalone campaign rather than just like we know you're here for multiplayer, but here's a little campaign.
Well,
we
that's
threw
why I
in there.
like the one that Eric mentioned is really good because it broke up the run and gun. You had the sniper ones. You had the over the aircraft, Overwatch type stuff. Like that broke up the running and gunning all the time.
I also that's why going back to the new Modern Warfare, I actually really like the campaign because like there's that one mission where it's like lights out or something, and you're sneaking around the town and you have to like assassinate people and stuff.
Yeah.
And that I think is like I thought that was a brilliant mission.
Stresses me out.
Like that.
I mean, it was stressful, but I thought it was brilliant.
Anything like that
Call of
stresses
Duty
me
4, you're a sniper and it's
crawling
a whole
through the
stealth.
grass.
Yeah, so you're acting like you're in a ghillie suit. You're crawling around, and I would invite anybody to go back and play that. That's really
I
cool.
will say
it's stressful too because you're like trying to get your bearings with it.
I
Not
had
get stepped on.
I found out there was a glitch in my game and I couldn't beat it and I didn't know why. And I actually had to go back and like load earlier and then restart like a whole section because in that mission it would say I was getting like rolled over by a tank or something and I wasn't near anyone yet. Like I would just crawl and then I would stop.
I can't tell you which one,
there.
but I had a glitch in one too. I can't remember which one.
It was that one.
But there was one where you had to go through the woods and get into this house to get some intel, and you had to come back down the bottom of the hill to go to it. Well, I got like enemies were coming, and I had to get forced off into the woods, and I got stuck behind a tree. No joke. No matter how I played it out, I got a random bullet and I died. Yeah. One shot. Like I go around this side, shot. Around this side, I crawl, shot. Like I had to reload it like that. I got a weird glitch.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Or you're just bad at the game.
Because
if I just stood there, I died.
Yeah. Because I was old enough at that point,
Jason
like
Bourne, like
playing
head
games that like I
It
knew
was wanted.
you had to like crawl when it gave you the
Jason
opening, and then you had to like stop and wait for vehicles to go by and stuff. Yeah. And it was like after the vehicles had already gone through, and then we were supposed to be moving, and like my teammate was moving and I was moving, but I would move and there was nothing around, and then it would say I got like run over or something.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So I had to like go back and load like 2 missions earlier or something, and then restart, and then it was fine. But I kept trying. It took me a long time of trying to like figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
See, Black Ops had stealth missions. It had missions where you're in a chopper shooting people. It didn't have the like night vision thing you're talking about though, where you could see the like infrared stuff.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's a good game.
Yeah,
I like.
But it had some really epic like you're on the machine gun in a chopper mowing things down, super big action things.
But is some of that coming from it? Was that your first real experience with Call of Duty, like playing the campaign?
The first I played Modern Warfare 2 campaign before that because before Black Ops 1. The only thing I could play in Call of Duty was the campaigns because I didn't have internet. So I'm pretty familiar.
Modern Warfare 2 or 3 came around. We were able to play the waves.
Yeah, that was fun.
We were big into the
Modern
wave
Warfare
game.
3's campaign was all right.
Yeah.
But that was their version of zombies that for Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
It was the wave thing. But that's what we grinded that.
3 coming out, and it was kind of a little letdown from what had happened.
Black Ops 3 or Modern Warfare 3?
No, Modern Warfare.
Okay,
3.
yeah. See, Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer is really good though. I really enjoyed that. But I think we should talk about this.
Yeah.
If you were to design your own Call of Duty game, which elements from other games would you combine into the perfect Call of Duty game, in your opinion?
I was thinking the one thing I do like about the new Black Ops is that they have a little line above the person's head that
you like that?
I do
Their
because
health?
it just helps me to know. Okay, I just need this much more damage to, because when you're using your gun. And you don't know whether to reload or not. I think that helps me to say, okay, I can just use a little bit more, not need to reload, or I think.
And it's
I like
nice
that.
because it also gives you the feature in the settings to turn that off if you don't like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I like it.
One thing I will say I wouldn't put in from that game though, they just switched how when you're playing multiplayer, when you get assists, it counts as eliminations.
Yeah.
And it doesn't show your real true like kill death ratio.
Yeah, that's kind of
because like whenever I look at my kill death ratio, sometimes I'm like, wow, this seems like really high for me.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to Ryan and like he told me that at first and I was like, oh, and I went in and looked and it was like closer to what I would expect.
Yeah.
And I just didn't. It was like, oh, I have over a 2 KD right now, and I'm like, I don't feel like I'm playing that well. And so I don't really love that. It helps for leveling you up.
Do you like the purchase features of Black Ops where you purchase your kill streak, or do you like you get so many kills, and then that's when you get your kills.
I like that better.
I like the
Yeah.
getting kills.
Getting kills.
I like that.
Because-
I think that's the majority vote on that.
Especially
Is
with
that just a Black Ops thing, right?
That's I think it's the first time it's ever been done in Cold War, where you're
The point system.
the point system where
No, I don't. It's in Call of Duty 4
Well, maybe
or
that's.
Black Ops 4,
what do you mean?
where you can purchase your kill streak. Like
Oh, like in the menu.
no,
Like, before you
what
play
I'm
the
saying
game?
is like in the game. You know how like in the current Black Ops, you have to add points to get it, right?
Yeah.
You don't get it based off of how many kills in a row you get.
But also at the
You
same
get
point,
it
when you
by-
get the points, if let's say you use you get enough points to use your UAV, it doesn't take away the points
Yeah.
to get to your chopper gunner.
Yeah.
It's still
no, but it's all based on points rather than how many kills
Okay.
you get in
Right,
a row.
right.
So
Yeah,
so
I like the kill
You're
best.
talking
That's
score
a-
streaks versus kill streaks.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
prefer kill streaks
I
because
prefer
that
kill
showed
streaks.
who was good at the game.
Yeah.
it also just
Because if
gives
someone
you this
threw
level
out dogs
of
on
anxiety.
freaking Black Ops 1,
Exactly.
you knew that they were hot.
What was
Hot
dogs?
crap.
What was dogs?
11.
11. Yeah, and then
You know where original dogs came from was World
World of War, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
yeah.
That was like one of the cool things of the old game.
Yeah.
That game.
So if you were to finish building, finish building your COD though, you said you wanted the health bar above,
Yeah.
and then what multiplayer would you add, like from each game? Like what other aspects of it would you build with?
Well, I think that like
'Cause I'm excited
I like
for this,
the-
'cause I've
I like
thought
the
about
kills.
this.
I like the kill streaks.
So you
Yeah.
have
I
kill
like
streaks.
kill streaks
Yeah.
instead
Over
of
score
streaks.
streaks,
I like.
yeah.
I mean, thanks for saying score streaks.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what I was talking about. And then I like the fact. I think the prompts are always good. I like the way the prompts are done. I think Modern Warfare, the newest Modern Warfare did that well.
What do you mean the prompts?
The prompts that you get feedback for
Oh,
getting
okay,
so many
yeah,
kills.
yeah.
I thought it was really good. Like you get a lot of information
Yeah.
off those things.
Yeah,
I think that really helps.
that is a big aspect.
Because some games did it better than others.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think about some. I think it was like Infinity War. I didn't really like how they did the prompts.
Yeah.
Right? It was kind of like
Yeah.
generic, and it was just
the like double kill
You didn't even
thing,
feel like it was that exciting when you got them.
like double kill,
Yeah,
triple
yeah,
kill.
yeah.
See, I think that Halo has the best ever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're not talking about Halo today.
We'll
though.
talk about Halo the other.
Kilimanjaro.
I always loved that triple kill.
Yeah,
It
that's
didn't matter what he said as long as he talked.
yeah. Oh, I know. I didn't give
Funny
a
story
crap.
about Halo.
Killjoy.
This isn't a tail off into Halo, but I remember Ryan and I played the Halo games forever on this old TV, and then we upgraded TVs, and then like we didn't even know that your character like said stuff in the game because the audio was so bad on the TV.
Yeah.
So we upgraded TVs, we got all those prompts. We were like, is he saying stuff? And like we're like, what the world?
Oh yeah, that's totally
Yeah.
awesome. If we could add that into multiplayer, that
Well, I
would
was
be
going to
awesome.
say having vocal stuff like that, saying that you get a
Yeah.
double kill or stuff, that'd be sick.
Can I build my COD?
Or just your
sure.
characters like, I just got a
Logan's
double
really
kill.
excited to build his
I want to
Yeah,
build
go
my
ahead.
COD. Okay.
Build your Call of Duty.
Okay.
What code software are you using for this? Python.
No, we're gonna use SQL Server.
Unreal.
We're going to use Microsoft Access.
No. Okay. I am a huge advocate for the leaning function and the mounting function. I was so happy to have that in Modern Warfare.
Whoa,
took
it
and then
away
Call
from
of
you.
Duty hasn't had leaning though yet.
I know. Hear me out. This is my Call of Duty
Okay,
build.
I know.
Okay.
I just wanted to make you aware.
I understand. Which is why I appreciate Cold War, because I understand the whole like that's not a function in the old ones. But I thought they did such a good job with the mounting thing.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
it was cool.
It wasn't in the way. It was like good. Like it used the left stick click in, which is not a mappable function that people use.
Mine's circle.
Yeah, mine's circle.
I accidentally hit that sometimes though.
Oh,
So does
but
Corey.
Also, we'll have to
No,
talk
not in
about.
it- no.
We'll have to talk later. I switched to bumper tactical for my controller.
Bumper jumper tactical?
Bumper jumper tactical.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, let's go. I'm
But-
getting people on the
Is
bus.
that the
dude.
one
When
that
you
I'm
use-
on
You
too?
just use bumper jumper. I use bumper jumper tactical.
That's what I use.
Where crouch is the
Yeah, that's what I do.
R3.
Yeah.
yeah,
what I
that's what I use too. I drop shot people by accident.
No,
all
you
the
don't use
time.
bumper jumper though.
Yeah, I do. That's what you told me to change it to that.
Bumper jumper?
Yeah, I'm
Where you
pretty
jump
sure.
with R1?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know.
I'm
you'd
pretty
change
sure
that.
because that's
You
what
place
you.
your tactical
I'm
with an
getting more-
R1 and an X.
I'm getting more people
You told me to
on
change it that way
the
because
hype bus.
Well,
because
here-
of,
no,
mainly
let me
because of the
finish.
crouch function.
I did that because like the leaning function was that edge in the old Call of Duty. When you lean across and you're such a small profile, you get those kills really fast. You survive. Now you have to do the jump shots and you have to do the crouch shot,
drop
the
shots,
drop
yeah.
shots. So But I want that back just because it worked so well. I want, the interactive door stuff, peeking the doors. That was really cool. I love just running through a door. That was so cool. So I thought it lost a little bit of the interactiveness of it, but I would take that back. I don't like the health bar. Sorry,
Really?
Eric.
But
No.
you can turn it off. So.
I know you can turn it off, but I think that you're not going to know how much health a person has. I know it's a video game, but
But
the
if
whole
you got
point
two
is
people coming at you,
exactly.
and you got one that's halfway down.
That's the part. That's the name of the game. Like you gotta just pick. Like you don't know. You shouldn't know who's lower than the other in a multiplayer.
You just
game.
gotta cap them.
I just think that you shouldn't be able to know.
Oh, I like that.
I don't like it. And also, I also think that like not only do you have your red name above your head, but now you have your red name in this bar, so you're super easily spottable in like water. Anything underwater is just like might as well just not be.
Well, I think that comes from a monitor user to a TV user.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll have to talk about that another time. That's a good topic.
Yeah.
Eric's an OG couch gamer, and we're the modern monitor gamers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an OG couch gamer too.
Yeah, I'm all about the monitor.
I use a
Never going back.
TV, no monitor, big TV,
All
sit on my
about the
desk.
all about
So
the
that I'll take whatever advantage I can get
But-
over a
but
monitor
that's-
player. You monitor players. You see all the detail. You see that head. They'll probably poke it
Yeah.
up. I need the little bar ahead.
Well, and my thing is, I feel like
6
it's
inches
more.
away from the
I feel like
screen.
it's
Yeah.
more of an immersive
Yeah,
experience.
you guys
on
are
a
like
TV.
6 inches away from the screen. You can see all that detail.
Okay, wait, let me finish. I'm almost
Sorry.
done. No,
Apologies.
in multiplayer, I love when Call of Duty multiplayer needs to be flashy, in my opinion. I know that sometimes people are like, well, that's not realistic at all. You're playing Call of Duty. There's a lot of things you can say that aren't realistic, but
Like having health
like
bars.
having skins that are flashy, that show off your rank that you can't buy are super important. They're still doing a good job with like dark matter and gold and diamond, but that in between, like the guns you get through the battle pass are cool, but like Black Ops 3 did the best job with customizing your character and having the most bizarre looking characters.
Yeah.
Those are so cool, and also the supply crates. Something to do with the supply
You
crates.
want microtransactions?
No, not microtransactions.
That's how you got supply crates.
Well, it's the same. Okay, well, apples and oranges with COD points and just being able to buy
Yeah,
bundles.
but the crates.
That's
Okay, well, let me
that's
finish.
a microtransaction topic later.
The crates were random drops.
Well, I think that the crates need to be random drops,
I
but
thought that was dumb.
at the same time,
Thank
it
you,
was
Eric.
cool that you could roll and get those like cool skins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. I would add that back. And I said the health bar thing, but I would like the graphics to be more along the lines of what the Modern Warfare was.
Yeah.
The Cold War graphics got that like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a
arcadey.
texture
Arcadey,
arcadey
yeah.
finish. So when I started playing Cold War coming from Modern Warfare, like I'm talking like within an hour, I just switched from one game to the other. It just felt like I was playing an older game.
Yeah.
So I know we talked about that. So I would I want the graphics back, but a lot of those features come from the last two games, which COD really picked up the pace the last two games.
Okay, do you want to hear mine?
We're trying to
I
just
have
add
one
thing
small ad too. Go ahead.
The only thing I want to say is that if you get too flashy for me, it's just confusing. I like the. I thought Call of Duty did a good job of giving you flexibility, but at the same time not making it overcomplicated to get you so confused about what changes what this, I don't like it too complex because I don't have the time to mess with it. You know what I mean? Like I want to enjoy the game and I don't want to have to go. And I think that's sometimes with some of the games, the menus and everything are too complex. I thought Modern Warfare, the newest one, did a really good job of simplifying things to where you could find things easier, like the blueprints. Those were kind of cool.
Yeah. I just at some point I'm like where am I leveling up at this point? Because once you unlock the attachments for all the guns you like, it's just like, why am I leveling up? Like
So
why?
you've done all the games on all the guns. You've leveled up all the guns.
Not all the guns, but at the same time, all the attachments for every single gun is exactly the same.
No,
Yeah.
On
And then
what-
on Cold War,
all Cold War.
yeah, every attachment
I don't
for
know about
every
Cold War.
gun
I
is
thought
the
we were
same
talking about Modern
level
Warfare.
and the same exact boost to your gun, which was not the way in the old Call of Duties.
Yeah.
But that's not my point. What I'm saying is like the flashiness
You like the
gave
collars and all that.
you the like you're leveling up to get something more than just attachments for your guns. You can get these cool skins. You can get all these cool like things like that. They're like
So-
Did you like the fire and like your gun shoots like a laser.
Oh,
type.
the tracer rounds and stuff.
Tracer
Oh
rounds.
yeah, I love that
that's
kind of
what
stuff.
I
I think that stuff is so cool because
Yeah,
you can
it
just it's so sick.
So-
I
They
love
did that in Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Logan, do you think that those kind of things should be strictly based off of like level then? Because
Like
like you kind
skill?
of made it sound like like skill. So like instead of
Yeah, I
everyone
hope
being
not,
able
'cause
to
I'm
buy,
terrible, and
Yeah.
I'll never get good
but
enough to
like
get stuff
but
like
if they're like if you are prestige, like master prestige something, you should have a skin that like
Nova.
no one else can
Oh,
get
100%.
unless you're master prestige.
Yeah, because nothing's more intimidating than scrolling through your lobby characters. And that's also what Black Ops 3 did. The first thing that shows up is your lobby, the characters in that lobby. Not their names, but the characters.
Yeah.
And you could tell, you were like, oh shoot, we're in for it.
Yeah.
Because that guy,
Yeah.
like that
Well-
guy's got the weird exo skins and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
But in
Well,
that
let-
game, that was mainly an indicator that they have money and they're willing to pay
well,
for the
maybe that
random
wasn't a good
rolls.
example of that game specifically, but when you get those calling cards and things that are specific to
Yeah.
your rank, those are
Yeah.
cool.
Of course, you
see
could
that.
be like me and get those through shipment, playing thousands of rounds.
Yeah,
of shipment.
true.
And
Yeah,
I just
that's
True.
just a
I
sad
got
life.
those.
Yeah, true. All right.
I have like one minor thing, and
Sure.
I think it would be something that most people would not like at all, but it's just because of games I've liked.
Microtransaction.
No, it's just because of games
He
I've
wants
liked
a
recently.
Wii remote.
No, I would love, especially in like the campaign, I would love to implement like a setting where you can turn off everything on your screen so you don't see everything, like in Ghost.
Yeah.
They have hardcore that does
Because
that
when I played
Yeah.
in every
well,
Call of Duty game.
yeah, no, but I mean like across the board, because I was thinking of like Ghost of Tsushima, how that
Yeah.
game looked different. I just loved playing that game and seeing the environment and like kind of immersing
I
yourself in the
think you
environment.
can in Cold War turn off all that stuff.
You might be able to, but like I understand, especially
But
like
you're talking
when you're
about
playing.
single player.
Yeah, I mean, even like
I think
single
you
player
can.
and stuff. Just it would be difficult because like you wouldn't know like how many
Yeah, how much
like,
ammo you have,
tactical grenades and stuff you have and whatever.
Yeah.
But
That's when you
just
look down. You're
being
like,
able
got two.
being able to like actually see the environment, especially as graphics are getting better.
Yeah.
Like I just think that would be a really cool thing. Also, just like I really agree with I always thought that Call of Duty, along with the guns, like the guns you can just play for a really long time and get your gun diamond or whatever. But especially now that they're doing seasons, I think they should make it more difficult to complete like the level 100 of the season. And then whatever level 100 is, it should have like something like an epic skin.
What
That's like,
Fortnite did.
well, yeah, but
Yeah.
you can also buy them in Fortnite. Like I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah,
I don't think you should be able to buy it.
No,
I think you
100%.
should have to be good enough to win it, and like that could really separate how good people are.
I agree.
See, the only thing for me is like I don't have time to do that, and if I do any other games that have battle passes, then I gotta choose what game I want to play.
That's
or
selfish of you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's the real life because I have Apex battle pass. I have
And
Call of
I
Duty
get that
Battle
too.
Pass.
And I get that too, but I'm not even talking simply just based on like time. I'm talking like I think it would be fair cuz I'm an average Call of Duty player. Like I'm not going to even remotely say I'm good. I just have fun playing. But I think it'd be really cool for people that actually are like crazy good to have access to something based on their skill that just like you can't get unless you're that skilled.
I'm fine with it if there's certain things, but I don't think that necessarily has to be a skin or
Okay.
a
Well,
weapon.
here's my idea. I have an idea. It's going to tie into this.
Okay.
So if I was to make my own Call of Duty, the first thing that I would want is 2 different versions of multiplayer, which has kind of been done, which actually it's been done a lot in the past. But take skill-based matchmaking completely out of just regular multiplayer. Like let people play multiplayer, be in random lobbies, be with noobs, be with pros. That is fun, and that was what a lot of people play Call of Duty for. But also have
That's what Halo did.
have
with social.
exactly, yeah. But in addition to just regular
Hated
multiplayer,
it.
pub stomping, have a like ranked mode, which has been done, but do it to where as you go through the ranks, let's say you get like a certain KD or you get a certain amount of points, or you go up the ranks, you start unlocking these really cool cosmetic items Logan's talking about. But the only way to do that is if you're in the skill-based matchmaking lobbies that you're doing really well in, you're doing better than people. Like have some kind of like item you get based on your like global rank for the leaderboards. Because I can see on my leaderboard that I'm pretty high ranked, and I don't get crap for it. The only thing I get for it is harder multiplayer lobbies when I'm playing by myself, and it's really annoying.
I think it would be.
You gotta,
Activision just texted me and they were like, "Hey, tell Ryan to be quiet. He's
I
spoiling
know.
the next
Well,
one."
and it's dumb because they're trying to hide the fact that skill-based matchmaking is in the game, which is garbage because people are the only thing that people are getting for getting better at the game is harder lobbies, which is annoying.
You got to keep in mind why do they have these seasons and everything is to keep people playing the game, right? And so they want to have a mixture of people having a good experience with the game. If they've got somebody like you that's really good at it, they already got you locked in.
Yeah,
they want to keep the casual gamer.
See,
to play.
I think that's a bunch of crap though that they're doing that because
they want money. They don't
because
care.
what Call of Duty World or Cold War right now is doing is so much of it caters towards noobs. They have skill-based matchmaking lobbies, and it's annoying. Which I mean, I'm fine with them having a ranked thing. Because if people want to be good at the game and be sweaty, they're just going to go to ranked anyway. They're going to go play ranked, and the noobs are going to be able to find a lobby with the noobs because most
do it like Overwatch.
Because
Learn
I'd
from them.
say a majority of people that play Call of Duty are noobs.
Well, I don't know about that. I would say that I think there's just like me and you. There's a difference in age. So or you guys. So I'm the casual gamer. I'm not trying to be a pro at it.
With my idea, that would be that one multiplayer section. Yeah. There's no skill-based matchmaking.
Yeah.
It's just...
with what he said, you're happy, he's happy. That's a good point.
Or if you feel like you're still getting wrecked in regular in no skill-based matchmaking, and you're a noob and you're aware of that, you can go to ranked and play ranked matches with other noobs.
I just want to make jokes and have a good time. And
exactly.
Just play the game. And
One thing,
which is... It's hard to do when you're getting pounded by these skill-based matchmaking lobbies. And it sucks for my friends because I play a lot and I'm pretty good at the game. And when I play with people
like
I'm not going to say that, but when I play with people like Eric, when we join lobbies, the lobbies that Eric is then thrown into purposefully is because of me being a little bit better.
And then it's easier for you, but harder.
It's easy for me. Yeah,
it's
just it's great for me, but like it causes so many issues and it's annoying. The other we're getting kind of far on time, so I'll wrap this up. The other thing, I don't care really at all about graphics. I just want smooth gameplay mechanics, smooth frame rate. It's not even frame rate. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think that the movement in Cold War, I really like the movement in Cold War. I think the last two Call of Duties, they've nailed the movement. Just like the way you slide,
Minecraft.
the way you jump, stuff like that.
It's smooth, but it's a break.
Modern Warfare did a better job than Black Ops. But it is interesting because Black Ops, you can jump higher.
Yeah, true.
Which is less frustrating.
I mean, it's just the it's the arcadey feel that a lot of people
Isn't
like.
It frustrating to go from Black Ops to Warzone?
Oh yeah, it is.
Why can't I jump up that hill?
See, when I went back to Warzone with you, I was so out of it.
See, a lot of people are saying that, but I don't know what the deal is with me. But I play Cold War and then I go to Warzone and I play better.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, oh, it's so difficult, and I'll play Warzone a lot and get like a kill here, a kill there. Then I'll play Cold War for a while, and then I'll play Warzone and drop like 13, 14 kills, and I'm like, I don't know what just happened. But
the other thing that I would say is I think that Modern Warfare and now Cold War is doing the best possible thing with microtransactions because there are microtransactions in it. You can buy stuff from the store, but it's all just stuff that makes you look cool.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can buy to make you better at the
because
game. Which Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, all those games, you could pay money to get the random drops Logan was talking about. And a lot of people were spending $100 that could afford it to try to get the cool weapon variant.
I don't want people to pay
absolutely
for them, if they were just in
kids.
the game.
How much is it? Sorry, how much is it on average that if you buy the season? I feel like I'm getting more points as I go because I don't spend any of my COD points until the new season comes around. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I got more points than I started out with because I just paid $10, and I think you actually get more than any.
Oh
other
yeah,
game
I think you do.
As far as COD points.
Well, that's what I did the other day when I was online with you guys. I bought the season. Well, I had not bought the season and played all the way up to level 63 in the battle pass. And I counted how, like, it shows you where you're at in the battle pass. I counted how many COD points that I would unlock if I bought it. I bought it, and it just gave me all my money back. So my COD points stayed the exact same.
And you just still have room to earn more.
And we all thought it was a bad battle pass, and I did too, so I didn't buy it. Well, not that it was bad, but the stuff in it wasn't that great. So I just waited, and then I saw that it would pay for itself. So I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just get it.
See, like in Apex, I paid $10. I've never spent anything else, so I actually have more points in that game that I could buy the battle pass every time.
Yeah.
But then I have extra money, so if I don't make one time, I still have money to pay for the next one.
Another thing I really like, I love camo challenges. I like trying to get gold and platinum
I'm not
for
really
guns.
big into that.
See, I think that's one thing that makes players stand out, because if you see someone with diamond or dark
really
matter,
Like when you got
target.
Damascus in Modern Warfare.
when I got Damascus in Modern Warfare, that was one of the biggest gaming achievements of my whole life.
We didn't touch on it.
I really
know
like
we need
that.
to switch topics and talk about the moral dilemma part, but I guess another thing that I think about with making sure a good Call of Duty game is making sure that the challenges are done right.
I was
because
talking about this.
I don't like the challenges in Black Ops because it's like, I gotta go in here and change it after every game. You can't even see what you've done in the middle of the game. And in Modern Warfare, you could look and see, okay, where's my progression at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Black Ops, you can't tell what you're doing
Exactly.
until you're done, and then you have a little bit of time to look at, change it out.
Yeah.
And they change is it every day they change some of those out?
Yeah, I think so.
And you have to lock them
I've
in.
never really done the daily challenges, but I know
Oh,
what
I
you're
do.
talking about, it being annoying.
Because I go in, I don't have enough time in a day to really go play video games. I have like maybe 2 or 3 hours
Yeah.
if I want to stay up late
Yeah.
and get things done. So I have a small window of time to actually play and get some things done, and I play 2 games in that time frame.
For sure.
Sorry.
Well, for the moral dilemma portion, should we, since we're kind of shorter on time,
No,
we'll let Eric take the lead on
No,
that,
let's
and
just,
we can.
we
I
can
think
just
we
send
should
it.
just keep going.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
no, that's
Well,
fine.
I mean,
There was
let's talk about what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we need to
so
introduce it.
kind of with this new season, we want to like have this moral dilemma about the topic we're talking about. So this one, what we're thinking of is in Modern Warfare 2, there's a mission called No Russian that's kind of infamous in all video games for being like, for a lot of people, the most offensive thing possible. Pretty much what the mission is, for people who don't know, is you're this undercover agent that is trying to learn more about the enemy team or whatever. And there's a mission where you go into this airport and you are a part of like an airport shooting, like,
It's
a,
like
terrorist
a terrorist
attack.
attack,
Yeah.
yeah.
And in the mission, your character, you're with these other people who are just shooting innocent people in the airport. You like, go up this elevator, take them all by surprise, and you just mow them down. And you, as the player, are prompted to do the same thing. There's ways to work around that. You can just shoot your gun and not kill people, apparently. But it's kind of the goal. Which, I mean, it's a video game. I mean,
very graphic as
It's
well.
very graphic. I think it kind of makes sense in the game. It's just kind of that game specifically is trying to be super realistic. It's called Modern Warfare for a reason.
Yeah.
It's very grisly. It's rated M too.
Yeah, that's the take I kind of wanted to take on this too. Is I know there's like a lot we can go back and forth on it, and I definitely think it is a graphic thing, but kind of like what you touched on, you know, games have ratings for reasons, and a lot of people are letting, you know, their kids younger and younger play these video games now. But when you're buying a game and it's rated mature, it's supposed to be for 18 plus.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and so like obvious this is 18 plus. And in the couple things that I want to point out about this mission, Ryan touched on a couple of them. We've talked about this several times. But before you start this mission, in this particular game, it warns you that it's going to be like a graphic, there's extra graphic content, and it actually gives you a chance to skip the entire part of the mission without losing any aspect of the game, really. Like, it just skips right past it. You have that option. And also, like Ryan also said, we had talked about this, you can actually, it tells you that, like, you're supposed to you're undercover, and you're not supposed to raise suspicion with the people that you're working for. But you can actually fire your gun in the airport and not aim at people. And as long as you're like shooting your gun, you don't actually have to kill anyone yourself. But the main thing that I wanted to point out about this specific mission is this stuff actually goes on in real life, which people don't understand, that there are like, even as low as like undercover police officers and stuff, their situation, maybe not necessarily killing a bunch of people, obviously they'd stop that, but there are police officers that have to commit crimes to prove to whatever undercover organization they're in that they're not a police officer.
Yeah.
So this, maybe not to the severity of this, but this is taking place in a different country in the game. I mean, is it not? It doesn't not take place in Russia. I mean, it's called No Russian. But a country that like historically has come across as more violent.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of one of those things that's like, I know it's very graphic, but for me personally, they put the label there for a reason, that it's a mature game. They give you the option to skip it if you want to. And that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah.
And it's hard and it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
But I think you need to really search yourself and figure out whether or not you can handle that.
See, something I kind of was thinking about this is that and Eric sent this verse in here that we'll read here in a little bit. But I was just kind of thinking about how with media and stuff, kind of forever on, I'm not forever obviously, but at least the last decade, like violence has become a very pivotal thing in movies and stuff, and in video games, like graphic violence stuff. And it almost makes me wonder if it's kind of affecting people's perspective on like the value of life.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we see like super hyper violent movies of people just getting slaughtered, certain characters just being there to get killed off later just for like laughs and stuff like that. And I mean, it's
Game of Thrones.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Game of Thrones and stuff like
I
that.
didn't watch that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just got me thinking because like, obviously we all have value. And part of me, even though I do enjoy stuff like that, just because I guess I'm just part of the masses on violence.
It's interesting that we're fascinated by that stuff. I mean, I gotta admit too that, you know, that type of thing violence has never been an issue for me.
Yeah,
like
same.
I enjoy that actually, and it's kind of, I wonder why.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like why
do I?
Yeah. And I know it's not a thing it's not a God thing. It's something
I kind of wonder if it is, because you know, we do have spiritual warfare that goes on, and it could be that we understand that there's a cost to life.
Yeah.
You think about the reason why, you know, Eve was given, you know, the birth as a consequence in a way, was to teach her the value of what life was really like, because she was so willing to throw her life away.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, Adam was given the consequence of sweat and working hard and the difficulty of that time, to do things, being kicked out of the garden, to understand the value of things. So I think that life can be taken for granted, but I think that we understand that there is this, there is a struggle, that there is violence because of what we're in.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though we kind of ignore the truth that's there, and we don't want to see it totally, we still have this fascination with it. You know,
absolutely.
I mean, we have this fascination with life and death.
I'm going to read this verse real quick. So Eric sent Psalm 139, 13 through 16, which is a really good point. It says, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." So
see, that kind of goes with a lot of things that I believe, that God has a purpose. So that, that God has a plan for your life, that God has a purpose for you, that life begins in the womb. We can talk about when that life begins. Is it the moment of conception, which I believe?
Yeah.
But I believe that God is forming and knitting together a person.
Yeah.
And so that brings to talking about, and even broadening this conversation about, abortion.
Yeah.
You know, what do we do with those things? You know, are those things that we just ignore and say that life doesn't matter? You know, just like in what we're talking about, the game, that you just mow down innocent people, which you don't really have to use.
You
don't have to shoot people. You can just shoot the gun,
and
you can avoid that in the game. But you know, what do we do with this concept of life and that we live? Do we value life? Do we appreciate, like you're saying about the culture?
Yeah.
Life is important, and
Absolutely.
that's my concern with evolution. Is that, to me, it teaches, and some people probably have an argument with that they don't think it does, but to me, evolution teaches that there is no real value in life.
Yeah.
That you're just a product of your job is to pass your DNA on, and if you're superior, you're going to live on, and if you're weaker, you're going to die out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
something better is going to come ahead of you eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. My whole thought on what we were talking about. I think it's important that we realize that everyone has different convictions too. I think that it's easy in this generation to assume that everyone has the same convictions as you and to kind of push that upon people. So I think it's important to be sensitive of how other people feel about maybe violence is the topic, whether that be, your choice of movie with the certain environment people you have, whether it be, pulling them aside and not publicly shaming them and asking them like, would you be okay with, watching this or like playing this like with us? I've never asked your opinion on it. I think it's important to be conscious. That's something I learned a lot with being in college and having, going to a Christian college, going in with, convictions that maybe were kind of different,
something that
coming
doesn't
from a
bother you at all.
coming from
really
a
messes
public
someone.
perspective, and then going to a Christian college and then having those same convictions and then maybe sitting down watching a movie with those people but not realizing that's completely blindsiding someone else in the room. So that actually happened with a horror movie we watched. There was one kid, one person walked out and we were just like, okay, I see what's happening now. So that's real. So it's just important. It's a lot easier and a lot more respectable to catch it before it's a problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Well, and I think to me, when we think about our faith and sharing about Christ, we only have so much time, and I think it's easy to kind of think. I was thinking about Ecclesiastes 7, verse 17. It says, "Do not be excessively wicked, and do not be a fool. Why should you die before your time?"
Yeah,
I think it's a powerful verse there that talks about, don't squander your life. Don't just waste your life away. That you were given a purpose living here, and how's the gospel changing your life, and how are you allowing the gospel to change other people's life? Are you advancing the gospel? Are you making a difference in other people's lives? Because it's important. It's important for us to make sure we share about Jesus and talk about God and let other people know. And you think about, it seems like to me in our culture, and I'm not saying, I don't know when this will happen, but it seems like it could be so easy that we talk about abortion and abortion's okay in our government. And then we think about older people. At what point are we going to say, why deal with dementia? Why deal with nursing homes altogether? Like we see COVID spikes in nursing homes manually. At what point can we just say that, you're done?
And other countries are doing that.
Yeah.
Which we don't talk about.
And so is there a point where we determine what life is valuable and what life is not?
And then just like I know there are some states, even in the United States, that allow physician-assisted suicide. You can decide that you want to commit suicide, and you can go to your doctor, and there's steps. Like you have to wait a certain amount of time and come back and say, I still have thought about this. I still want to do it, and they can just give you a pill to go home and end it that way. Yeah. And it's just, it's very around us, and it's a lot of people don't even realize.
I think that's going to become more popular.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it just shows a lot of stuff is changing.
I think there's a movie called Logan's Run that dealt with that. Like at a certain point at 33, you expire.
Oh, really?
And that you get killed off. It's just like you and you think about that. Like if you do believe in evolution, why isn't that okay? Yeah. Maybe 33 is kind of unrealistic, but at what point do you say, you're living on government welfare, you're using Medicaid, Yeah. At what point can we just say, why do we need to support you anymore? Yeah. I mean, your life is over.
It's scary to think about.
Get ready to go. And
you're just an asset or a liability to us now.
It goes to this idea too. I'm in my mid, getting close to 50. I'm 47.
What?
So
I thought we were all 21.
The idea here is that as I'm getting older, at what point can we just say, Eric's done, it's over.
I'll never say that.
Oh, thanks.
I'll never let go of Eric.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
But isn't that interesting?
Yeah,
I can sit here at 47 and still feel like I'm a kid. Yeah. Still feel like I'm a teenager in some ways. Maybe it's because I'm around you guys. But anyhow,
it's because of moral dilemma.
Yeah, moral dilemma. It keeps me young. But the thing is that I'm going to face reality at some point.
So listen and subscribe.
I will die, and I don't see myself dying right now.
Yeah.
I still live. I still think about what I'm going to do next week. I still think about what I'm going to do next year. it's interesting because I don't live like I'm dying,
Yeah.
but yet I am.
That'd be a good song.
Live like you're a.
Well, that's the moral dilemma of how
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know, we think about death. We play death all the time in video games,
Absolutely.
and yet we don't think about the reality of our own death.
And I think
what
that's
that
just
means.
comes from you being a Christian. You know, we have a bodily death, but we know like eternally. You know, there is no.
I even
end.
think non-Christians live. They don't live as they're dying.
Sure, yeah.
They don't prepare like, oh my goodness, I got to prepare all my riches and all the things I have, and I got to get my will ready. You know, I mean, it's just like they don't prepare to die.
Yeah.
You know, if I was preparing to die, I'd call up everybody and say, hey, I'm getting ready to say goodbye. You know, but we don't live that way.
Exactly.
Nobody lives that way.
Yeah, for sure.
That's constantly building. I want to be successful. I want to have all these things, and they don't live.
They'll
like they're
take that
dying.
avenue if it suits them at that time. Like if they want to go have fun or whatever. Oh, I'm going to live like for that moment, but not every day, like you said.
For sure.
Like if we all knew the day that God has ordained for us to die, I think we'd live our lives a lot differently.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it's that grace that God's given us that we don't know, and then we have the choice of how we live it or not.
Yeah.
And some of those choices, like in video games, can be bad. Hopefully, in real life, we make good choices.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
That was
Oh, wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
That was
That's
sick. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
I'm gonna play that at your funeral
Okay.
because that's gonna be.
What kind of song is that?
That was cool. No,
Rampage.
like I'm gonna play that recording at your funeral.
Oh,
because
okay,
that's gonna speak a lot. I mean, it already does.
It gets me fired up because there are some people that actually have been able to record before they passed away. Powerful stuff.
Oh yeah.
And it'd be awesome if I could do that. Maybe I should just do that. Just record something to be played at my funeral because that's awesome.
Yeah.
That they're able to speak, and they didn't speak with remorse. They knew where they were headed. They knew where they were going, and they were like, "Don't mourn for me. Live, I want you to live for Christ."
Just pastor your own funeral. You don't need a pastor to do
I
it.
don't
Just
need
do your
somebody
own.
else,
Just do
mine.
yourself.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric was a great man. I knew him for so long.
Man, what a
He
good
was
looking
smart.
guy.
He was smart, funny.
With the technology we have now, we could just let you do one of those holograms where you can preach yourself.
Well, did you hear about that? Like Kanye West created a hologram for his wife's birthday of her dad that passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah. You should look it up. There's a video.
Well, they
of
did
it.
that with like Michael Jackson one time and
Yeah.
a couple other people.
But before we get off this topic, what is the value of your life? And each life has value. And even today we had somebody baptized here at the church, and it was because of a tract that we put in that God led her here, and she was able to meet with our pastor and was baptized this morning.
It's awesome.
Well, that's
So
awesome.
the tract cost us $35,000 to have done. What's the value of her life for eternity?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
That's
a tract,
special.
but it was a tool used by God
Yeah.
to bring someone here that might have not been here to meet somebody. And
if she's the only one, all that money is 100% worth it.
And that goes back to my
100%.
starfish story because every life does matter. Your life matters. And so the enemy, Satan, will tell you that your life doesn't matter. And I want to tell you today that your life matters. Your life is a very consequential thing. And what you do with your life now echoes into eternity. And that's from Gladiator. Sorry.
But still, it's true.
It's so true, but it's from Gladiator.
It is so true.
Hey, at least you owned up. You gave credit where credit was due.
We are putting a timestamp in at this moment.
I've seen that movie so many times, and I still wouldn't have known.
I was like, man, that's a good quote, Eric.
That was deep.
I was like, that's gonna be a tattoo. And that's from Glad.
I saw the moment where he's thinking about just going with it, but then he decided, no, I'll fess up. I saw that decision moment. And
Yeah, it was right there.
But yeah, that was awesome.
Fits the bill. Good stuff, guys.
All right, man,
That was
Eric,
beautiful.
that was good.
Thanks.
I liked that a lot. A lot of stuff that.
Season 2.
Yep, season 2, episode
Season
1.
two, baby.
Thought it went
Bringing the
well.
heat, bringing the heat.
Let us know some stuff he wants to talk about.
Yeah, bear
We're-
with us for the first few, just so we can, figure out the whole one topic wonder.
So
but I think it went well.
If
One
Kyle,
hit wonder.
I don't know how many episodes it'll take for us to figure out what we're doing.
oh yeah,
I mean, it's taken 2 seasons so far, so we're still figuring it out.
30 episodes
For sure.
in season 1.
but thank you all for watching. Thank you, Dan, for being here. You had a lot of good insight.
support.
You had a lot of good insight.
He shook his head in agreement. agreement a
Oh,
lot.
shoot,
which
his
I
mic
liked.
wasn't on this whole time.
He winked at me a few times.
Yeah. No, he's doing creepy stuff to me the whole episode. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you didn't like Call of Duty, you're gonna like the next one.
Hopefully.
I don't even
hope so.
Yeah, you probably like this though. I hope
We're
you do.
talking about Battlefield. No, I'm
Yeah.
joking.
We're talking about
Oh, please no.
more Call of Duty. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Peace.
See you.